that one moment that I have been waiting for a very, very long time, and that is to expertise my Alexander Nevsky from my cavalry arsenal. Because as you all noticed on my previous video, I have max skill my Scipio, and now it is time to max skill Alexander Nevsky and obviously give a little bit of explanation and talk a little bit more about Nevsky. Personally, I'm very hyped about the commander. It is a very exceptional and great commander. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. I'm Legend Ronnie and today you're going to witness the expertise of Alexander Nevsky. This is the second time that I am expertising this commander. The first time I have done it on one of my other accounts, and I have already seen what Nevsky can do on the battlefield, max skill, without equipment. As crazy as that sounds, yes, without equipment. So long story short, for an entire day of field fighting, I fought with a max skill Alexander Nevsky, and I had Chandragupta as primary commander on one of my other accounts without equipment. And I was pretty surprised and I was very happy with the results. Now imagine what a max skill Alexander Nevsky can do with equipment. Obviously this is all legendary, so there is a couple of things you need to know about the legendary if you didn't know already about the amount of sculptures or how much each skills is going to cost you. Equipment and talents only apply from the primary commander, so keep that in mind. On my previous video where I maxed Scipio Africanus, I also shared a little bit of a strategy of how am I using my sculptures and how am I using my materials. Now obviously as a short version of that, we are going in KVK, and this is the last stage. This is the stage 3, so in less than a couple of hours we will be ported in the map. It's going to be Strife of the 8. It is the first time that I am doing Strife of the 8, so I'm very excited, to be honest, to play Strife of the 8. Now on the previous video I said that I'm not going to max Alexander Nevsky now because I might get another wheel. So I've done a little bit of math and I might not be able to get another wheel. That's number one, because that was the main reason why I didn't spend yet sculptures on Alexander Nevsky. The number two reason, I really like Sunset Canyon and Lost Canyon fighting. I have all these commanders, I have really great equipment, and I enjoy tinkering and all the time with the Sunset Canyon and Lost Canyon. And if the first pass is gonna open and there's gonna be some action, then I also need Nevsky, because there's gonna be fighting and this and that. And if it really comes to the wheel, the whole reason why I didn't want to max Nevsky on the previous video, I'll just spin for someone else. And if I can spin for someone else, I'll just save my gems for 10-12 sculptures to wait another month, because our next mightiest governor, it is the leadership commanders. After the leadership we have cows, so this is almost a month of waiting, or 3 weeks plus of waiting. That's a long time waiting. So I said that, you know what, that's way too much time to wait, so I'm going to expertise my Nevsky. Now what I have in plan for my Nevsky and how do I want to pair him is going to be with Attila. That's my go-to march. If I will be able to do just 5 marches on the pass 4 opening or pass 5 opening, depending where exactly we are fighting, we haven't decided yet, so I don't know. My plan is to put Attila with Nevsky and put XY with William, which kind of tells you that yes, I didn't include Saladin yet. I do want to include Saladin, but if I include Saladin, then I'll have to use XY with Nevsky, which is nothing wrong with that. But I know Saladin and William is also a target. I know XY is also a target. So my thought process was to put Attila with Nevsky, because that way if they want to swarm my Attila, at least it's Attila. And there is a lot of normal attack, and normal attack gives counter attack and all damage, which also gives counter attack. So it should be quite alright on trades, but having 2 marches that are swarmable and not okay on trades, I wasn't really happy with that. So obviously I'm gonna keep playing around with the marches, but that's my go-to: Attila, Nevsky and XY William. I really had in mind, FYI, to do Saladin and Takeda, because I know they target Saladin like crazy for some reasons. I noticed that in most KVKs. Even myself sometimes go for Saladins. And I really thought, like, you know what? I'm gonna do as a third Cav March when I unlock the 6th March. I'm gonna do Saladin and Takeda because 100% they will try to pound Saladin as much as they can, and I'll just do Saladin, Takeda, and take that. So that's a very high possibility as well. I will roll out with 3 Cav Marches, but I will roll out when I have the 6th March. I also plan to include Trajan in there as well on my lineup, Trajan and Mulan, because I also plan to update his equipment, which is going to be this week, videos on live stream. We will have egg event this week. Well, if you're watching this video on some other time, then it might just pass that. But you can check on the channel if you really want to know how well I improved the equipment. And I want to improve the equipment even on XY. I want to do the KVK helmet, the Pride of Khan, the 15% defense one, and I want to refine the Sacred Dominion. So there's a huge plan on the equipment. But anyway, short story, Trajan is going to be included as well, and I'll have to do 2 Archer marches. It's going to be Ramses with Tomyris. I really like Ramses with Tomyris. And as a second march, Gilgamesh with Nebu. Obviously equipment on Gilgamesh, but this is just the pairs. Now if Boudica will be released, the legendary Boudica, not the epic one, the prime Boudica, I want to pair her with Artemisia. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to do Artemisia Boudica or Boudica Artemisia. I will have to think about that, but that would be my plan as a third Archer march. Now if I want to go with 3 Cav marches, 3 Archer marches, and only 1 infantry, because I didn't mention the infantry, is going to be Guan with Scipio, as I already maxed Scipio on my previous videos. That's going to be my 1 infantry march, which means that Trajan will go second to Saladin. It's going to be Saladin and Trajan. XY and William, Attila and Nevsky. Then I have the 3 Archer march and the 1 infantry, and that should be my 7 marches. Now of course I might just play around a little bit with all these marches. You know, I might swap things around depending on the situation. Maybe XY is being a heavy target, so I also had in mind of going like a Chandra and William instead of XY and William, because why not? Chandra and William, it's an amazing march. You get extra debuffs, you get a bit of health over there, and it doesn't have march speed. So if XY and William, it is too fast. I also had this in mind. So having a lot of commanders usually give you a room for a lot of customization depending on the situation. Or maybe I'll just do 2 Cav marches and keep Trajan and Mulan on the field so I can get more buffs for my marches from Mulan, more debuffs from Trajan as well, because I'll use him with mix if he's first. And maybe that is gonna work even better, like completely removing Saladin from the equation. I'm not really happy about that though, because the 50% march speed is really helpful, considering that there is a lot of VIP 18s, so that's a lot of march speed, and max tech players, which is a lot of march speed. So trying to reduce, when you're swarming marches, reducing the march speed as much as possible is really helpful. But in the end, I got to do what also works. And I really like playing with a lot of archers and playing with a lot of debuffs. Helped me out so much and it worked so far. So why should I ever stop? Because I was thinking, like, why Ramses and Tomyris when I can do something else better? Buy the debuffs. And putting Tomyris with someone else with Artemisia, I don't like it how it works. Whatever people say, whatever people try, I mean, everyone in the end has its own opinions and his own playstyle. I've tried Artemisia Tomyris. It's good for Garrison, by the way. Yeah, definitely for Garrison, I would put Artemisia and Tomyris. But for field, I like Ramses and Tomyris. Right, so enough debating about marches and pairings, and how I want to use Nevsky, because in the end, just to tell you the truth, whoever you want to pair Nevsky with, even if you want to do Minamoto and Nevsky, Nevsky and Kao, Nevsky and Mehmet, just works really great. Right now, there is very few commanders in the game that can do such a high skill damage with 1000 rage requirement, and on top of that having these amazing stats and bonuses, which means that Nevsky kinda makes any combination and any pairs to be really good, right? I have tried many of them. Some of them already mentioned, so I'm pretty sure that whoever I'm gonna put in with, they will do just great. But I wanna revive Attila, as I already seen him in action, and probably most of you already know Attila and Nevsky being a rally used because they are unswarmable, and at the same time Nevsky does a crap ton of damage, Attila is immune to silence, and so on. They do really good. It's a very nice combination and a nice way to revive Attila. Something that I didn't see, so I have to be very honest regarding this, I did not see that Attila and Nevsky will be a pair. For me, Attila was benched. Attila and Takeda, they are two commanders that were benched forever because they don't do any skill damage and they not really benefit me overall in the motherboard when you think about. But now everybody knows how powerful Nevsky is and how hard he hits, and it is a target. So that's kind of the thought process behind it. That's why on my People Please account, when you saw me using Nevsky and Trajan, was for the same reason, because Trajan just brings a lot of defense and health when you're fighting, and kind of gives a lot of protection to Nevsky with all the other bonuses that Nevsky has. I still have 2064 sculptures, so there's going to be enough for Boudica, Henry, and many more commanders that will come. I'm always very cautious with my universal sculptures, so if I'm expertise in Nevsky, it means that it's really worth it. I don't mind how the skills will get upgraded because I'm going to expertise him, and that's gonna be it. Right, so let's get this done. Another 30, confirm, and expertise. Another 40, confirm, and expertise. I said expertise. Why did I said expertise? I mean, I'm just upgrading his skills. Another 45, confirm. Another 45, confirm. By the way, if you're wondering how I was able to get all those sculptures, because people were asking me on the previous video, I went to the KVK 2 and 3 and I didn't need to upgrade anything for about 9 to 10 months. So that's how I managed to save up all these universals. The only thing that I was upgrading was on my other accounts. The People Please account, the other VIP 18 account, 1682 and 2155. For the people who already know where my accounts are on, or they know about their whereabouts. What? Right, so there is one more skill left. I'm looking forward on testing this boy with my equipment. But like I said, I already seen on my other VIP 18 account, because I have equipment very similar to what I have on this account, as good as I have on this account. And that's it. Upgrade. And expertise attained. Winter Storm. Definitely when he hits, it is a storm. Well, I'll have my chance now to test him even more, because I'm maxing for the second time, and I'm definitely going to max this on my third account, my low spender account. Two of the most OP legendaries in the game right now, Nevsky and Scipio Africanus, are expertise, waiting for some more to come, like Boudica. Those 1400 universals definitely will go for Boudica. I'm waiting for her. I will expertise her on the first day. First day, first wheel, I will max kill her. A lot of expertise legendaries. It's looking really good. So that's why, you know, I have a room for do a lot of marches and a lot of mixes between my commanders. It really helps out having a lot of legendaries. Right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did get quite a couple of things from this video. Until next time, this is your boy Ronnie signing off. Peace out, y'all, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.